Hello, everybody. My name is Master Chen.
This is Doxy.
And I'm Richard Satchel.
And you are either watching or listening to Greynoise. This is episode 187 of Greynoise, the podcast. With us on it, we are missing Xenify. We do miss him. Anyway, it is 7:30 on a Friday night. 7:30 here at the Sin Shop. So the address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. Go to sinshop.org for information on the hackerspace, which, by the way, I could definitely talk about this. We had like 5 new people... You all right? Our production crew is getting it together. Still. Anyway, we had like 5 new people come in before the show, and I think 2 of them became members. So it was like a storm of just newness. It was cool.
Friday.
It was good.
Yeah, it was a good Friday, way before Easter. Anyway, go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.SE for information on our podcast. Remember, we don't talk shit about Sweden, so we can keep that domain, which I did mix a couple of things up. Go to meetup.com/SinShop for information on the classes that we teach. We do have Lockpick coming up here. I will be administering that class on Monday night, so come on down. It goes from about 6 to 9-ish, depending on however long you want to stay. But I can have you picking locks in like 5 minutes. So it doesn't take that long. The rest of the time is just hanging out. It really is. Hanging out, talking story, kind of like how we were doing before the show. Anyway.
And on the show.
Yes, and on the show. We do have a couple of more announcements, actually, that came to my attention. We have the Spring Soiree, which is going to be the first Saturday of April, right after the board meeting. Basically, it's the Halloween party, but in the spring. So we're going to have pizza, drinks, stuff to eat, stuff to do. Probably that really big life-size Jenga being played in the back.
That is a lot of fun.
Muffins?
And we'll have muffins. Yeah. We will have muffins. I promise. Let's see. On March 28th, OWASP is doing an event. I got to find those details, and so I'll get back to you on that, but it's happening.
I'll get back to you.
Do you guys have any announcements?
I'm back.
Yes, and sadly with the shirt. For those of you who don't know, Doxy has made a bet with himself where he has to wear this shirt. Cheese makes me dry heave.
Turophobia.
Yeah. What is it called?
Turophobia.
To be afraid of cheese?
It's on the shirt, dude.
Yeah, but are you afraid of cheese?
Yeah, deathly.
You're afraid of cheese or you just don't like it?
I have nightmares about it.
Okay, all right then.
I'm just kidding. That's all false.
The results have come back. That
fake.
is a lie.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so he made a bet with himself that he will wear this shirt every Friday for a year, and so far it's only been 2 months. Which, by the way, he missed the last 4 weeks of the show.
3.
Okay, 3 weeks of the show.
How dare you?
So all I'm saying is I think you just don't want to wear that shirt for a full 52 weeks.
I don't want to do anything for a full 52 weeks.
Well,
So
you're the one who bet with yourself. It's not even about me. I just want to see you with lime green hair.
Stop making me do things when I'm drunk. That's the easy solution.
Man, I can't wait until later tonight. That sounded really wrong. Sorry. I didn't.
I'm whatever.
I didn't mean it that way. My bad.
That's cool.
My fault.
You
No,
know,
I didn't mean it that way.
whatever.
Respect everybody.
Yeah.
No comment.
Okay. Oh, and before we get started with the actual show, remember, if you aren't already, go to discord.com/, well, we have... Go to Greynoise, and there's like a link there for Discord. So go on there.
Nice save.
Go on there, chat with us. We're there all week, though. It's not just tonight, but we're there all week chatting out. We have some fresh new faces here hanging out with us. Well, I've known you for, I'm not going to say his name, but I've known you for a while. It's good to see like a name to a face. So that's cool. Anyway, we're chatting all week. Join our Discord, hang out with us, talk with us. And ask us questions. We'll ask you questions because we don't know everything. Right?
Or anything,
Yeah.
some would say.
Or anything sometimes. All right. So, how's everybody's week? That was a lot of announcements.
Moving. And puppy.
Okay. That pretty much sums it
Those
up.
are the 2 worst things you could ever say to me.
At the same time. He did it at the same time.
That's a terrible idea. I'm sorry.
He got a puppy like right.
Yeah.
Like you haven't
The
unboxed
week
everything
after.
yet.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Good luck.
Okay.
I don't know where everything even is. I don't know where.
It's going to stay like that forever now.
Yeah.
You're just going to like piecemeal pick things out as you need them.
Yes.
Where's that fork? That one fork I needed.
Right.
It's in the box. You
It's
pull
in
it
the
out.
box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. And
This
Doc,
is my life now.
Yeah. Good luck. Doxy?
It was an eventful 3 weeks, and that's all I have to say about it. Let's move on.
I think he works for some government agency we don't know about.
Right?
I feel like you said that like from the very first time we met.
Actually, yes, I did. So a long time ago, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I met Doxy from my old job, our old job, and he has prior military service. I don't know how detailed you want me to go with this, but basically,
That's it.
okay, that's fine. I had a suspicion that he worked for OSI, and that he was investigating. You know,
Open source intelligence?
Yeah.
was it OSI? No.
it? I don't know.
What's the agency like the military internal that investigates you? Like if you're military.
Ostrich Sandwich Incorporated.
Sure. Isn't it OSI?
Is it?
What the fuck is it?
Oh, I guess we'll never know.
God damn it. Anyway, I thought Doxy was part of that. It's not. He was not part of that. So I was suspecting that for a long time.
And even now, still it seems. I thought
It
we left
It is a 3-letter agency.
I thought we left that a long time ago.
We did.
That
and
was
then-
in our past.
And actually, the last day that he worked at the job, he showed me what he did, and I was like, "Well, this is uneventful and anticlimactic."
Push some papers.
Anyway, we're here now, so it doesn't matter. All right. Let's see. I don't have anything new, really. Job. I ended my 5th week. It's happening. It's a thing.
Are you feeling more comfortable in your job now?
Fuck
though?
yeah.
Like now you're over the paranoia of having a new job and new bosses and superiors and all that stuff, and now you're just like day to day, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I probably have to turn this off.
Turn what off?
The sound.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I'm feeling more confident, and actually, AWS. Okay, I don't know all of it yet. I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know all of it yet, but
No one does.
it doesn't seem the concept doesn't seem as hard as maybe other things.
It's also daunting. I feel like there's the thing with AWS is there's like a lot of it. There's like a lot of components, but once you get in there, you start figuring stuff out piece by piece. You're like, oh, it's not that bad. You just do one thing at a time, and it's like all problems, really. You do one thing at a time, and oh, it's not that bad. It's actually kind of simple, and then you just move on. In my experience, anyway, I don't know if Chin's experience differs.
I always have the problem like with any new thing that I'm learning. I always have a problem where I think it should work a certain way, and even though it doesn't actually work that way, I still want it to work that way. So I keep trying to make it work in a certain way. You know what I mean?
You
Like-
sound. It's only because I watched the documentary. You sound like the flat earthers about that documentary I just watched.
Oh, that documentary is
Okay,
on
all right.
is on Netflix right now.
Not in the same.
That shit is
not the
amazing.
same. Oh, you watched it.
Yeah, it's amazing in a sense of I can't believe this shit is still a thing.
We're not going to talk about it in depth. I just want to say, like, the thing about you making something work the way that you expect it to work
Yeah.
is like their base philosophy. They're like, we know the Earth is flat. We're going to make science
Match that.
match what we believe already,
Right.
which is
A
completely
much,
different.
much
Completely
more
different.
smaller.
It just
It's
triggered
like-
that memory in me, and I was like, oh boy, oh boy. That's all. Sorry.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, so there's that. But I'm feeling very comfortable in what I'm doing.
That's
and
good. Wait, hold on. Super side question. You watched a documentary.
Yeah,
Like, I just told you about it like a day ago.
yeah.
I've told you about things for years that you still haven't watched. What happened?
It interested me.
For sure. For
Well,
sure.
no, I'm saying
For
like,
sure.
For
sure.
no, like he's
I
he's
get
saying, hey man, you should watch I don't know Punisher. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it.
3
Okay.
years later.
Yeah, or like, what about Jessica Jones? I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll watch it. I'll add it to my queue. It's on my queue. But then I look at other things and I'm like, oh shit.
I feel like your queue is like the graveyard of things you will never watch.
Probably.
The land of lost.
No, but I watched that
shows.
Flat Earther thing.
Immediately.
Immediately,
We
yeah.
literally just talked about it at lunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I get it. All right.
He likes the
Okay, no,
documentaries.
here's the thing. The thing about the flat Earth thing, it's a psychological interest, right? So for those who don't know, I have a degree in psychology. So to watch people reconcile their lack of science with, you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, how did you come full circle and like come up with that conclusion. It's fucking
I mean,
ridiculous.
Frank Castle has psychological problems too. He's interesting.
Who?
The Punisher.
Sorry. I don't know this shit.
All right, next time. Next
Anyway,
time.
yeah.
Next time.
Didn't know the name.
We'll get around to it eventually.
All right.
I'm not a comic book nerd. I'm a nerd with this stuff.
That's totally fine, dude.
Speaking of which, this stuff. First
Right.
topic. What would you guys like to talk about?
So speaking of lunch, we had a semi-interesting debate that we did get to finish because we kept cutting each other off. But I do want to talk about it, about the marketing techniques of old versus of new, with the introduction of new technology and stuff like that.
Right. So,
like how things need to be marketed to people that use one type of medium versus another. Newspapers and such versus cell phones and tablets and other things like that.
Right.
Right.
So notice though that we were really interested in this subject because marketing is about psychology, and that's why I was like, yeah, man. Da, da, da. My argument is that the principles of marketing hasn't changed, where the methodology might have. Like the methodology, like okay. So for instance, example, right? You see an ad in the newspaper that says 2 for 1, 20% off chicken nuggets or whatever.
For the record, we were at McDonald's. Why all of our ad examples are going to be about McDonald's right now, and forewarning you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So it was like a 2 for 1, 10 10 chicken McNuggets, buy now or whatever, right? It's the same ad that you would see in print, just in a banner ad on a website or in a So the message hasn't changed necessarily. The delivery might have,
But I think the methodology has changed.
Okay, in what respect?
Because with paper ads, you have limited space and things you can do with it. You're in a newspaper ad, you're black, unless it's a Sunday paper, you're black and white. It's a 5x4 square. You're just a simple ad that says 2 for 1, kind of McDonald's, location, address, whatever, right? At participating locations. Fine. When you are scrolling through Instagram or you're on Facebook or whatever, that ad has to be engaging in a way that a newspaper ad can't be. It needs to stop you from scrolling and make you want to engage in some way, even if just reading it for a second as opposed to just scrolling up through your feed. You've got to want to stop and be like, oh shit, I do actually like McDonald's. So the methodology has changed to make you more engrossed in what they're selling.
Okay, I will say that a couple of things have changed. One, in a newspaper article, you could ignore the ad if it's not too flashy.
Yeah, it's kind of the same way. You because if you're scrolling like you're saying, you could look through a newspaper and be like, whatever, McDonald's, blah, blah, blah. So it has to be engaging there too.
That is true.
Right.
That is true.
What I was going to say for the internet ad is like you have GIFs. I'm going to pronounce it GIF. Okay.
If anyone
even though it's wrong,
if anyone pronounces it otherwise,
it's
just
GIF.
Just
It's
boy.
GIF.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Oh boy.
Pronounced
No,
GIF.
so like you in let's say an article online, right? As you're scrolling, it's not just a print ad that is stationary, but it has like a GIF with movement, and that becomes attention getting. And furthermore, though, the thing about internet ads is that unless you have some sort of ad blocker or whatever, they're not easily ignored because they pop up at you in the middle sometimes of like reading an article. They
Hence-
don't. They
hence pop-ups.
yeah. The
I
hand.
knew that.
They
I got that one.
pop up. You see.
I got that
Yeah.
one.
But they pop up so that it's harder to ignore. Like it's not just the corner of a newspaper; it's literally the center stage.
It's literally in your face because you digest content so much. I believe this is. I'm speaking out of my ass anecdotally. You digest content so much faster on your phone. Like you think about using Instagram or Facebook, or whatever. You're literally just scrolling through. Like I've seen that, and if an ad doesn't grab you or force you to stop for some reason, you're just gonna keep scrolling. You're like, this is another post from my friend that I don't give a shit about. But if the ad like forces you to stop in some way,
I don't give a shit about this friend.
To my friends, I do care about your post. But if it doesn't grab you in some way, you're just like scroll. You're like, I don't care about this. I'm gonna keep going, right? And yeah.
Well, but the common thread between both sides of this is people and their attention.
Yes.
People only have so much attention,
Yes.
and that doesn't matter whether it's a print ad, it needs to be engaging for print. If it's an online ad, it needs to be engaging for that. If it's a Facebook ad, say blah, 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 blah.
So the methodology changes depending on the medium being used to convey the ad.
Okay, but the methodology has changed. The psychology hasn't, which was my
Yeah.
original point.
Yeah, I would
The
have
psychology hasn't changed.
I'd have to agree with Jen.
The way
Oh, that's a thing I never thought I'd hear.
I know.
I know. I never thought he'd say he agrees with me. I'm kind of
I do.
surprised myself.
Yeah, it hurts a little.
Okay, shit.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but I mean, okay, so think about this too, right? Like you have articles that aren't any sort of informative. They're literally written to promote a product, right?
Yes.
Example, these 5 things will help you with internet security. At the bottom, buy this product
By
because
Cerebrus.
yeah, because this product handles all 5 situations or what the fuck ever.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
so I would say maybe to side with Doxy a little bit is they've become a little bit more deceptive than I remember them being 20 years ago.
Which is changing psychology because people aren't.
It's not changing psychology.
Because people are
Like,
digesting the information in a different way.
well, the psychology isn't changing though. You're still
But
you're
see, ads disguised as news has been around since the printed word. Like,
Is that true?
that's-
I
it's-
didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's actually
not new.
fascinating to me.
Yeah, no, like magazine articles or sometimes entire magazines are there just
The
to be
Sun.
like, hey, you should do our thing. You know, you should join the NRA. You should not join the NRA. You
Shit,
should
that's why I have
whatever.
a membership.
you have a membership?
No, dude.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Anyway, my point is the delivery.
Columbia House is still sending me CDs. I don't know what to do.
Are they
Publishers Clearinghouse. One day is going to be my day. Okay, no one got that. It's fine.
Oh, you're talking about when they
So
knock on your door?
How many Reader's Digests do you have stacked up?
All of them. You know, you get the money from the publishers. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
fair
Never mind.
enough.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
actually,
Tech.
that's part of the scam research that I'm up to. It talks about prizes and lotteries.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if I compile that right and get a good presentation around it,
I feel like you could also apply that to ads, prizes, and lottery, like the scams of like a prize if you
that
read
is a
this
scam.
article and all that.
You know,
stuff.
like okay, we're at McDonald's. We were talking about this. Look at the McDonald's scam with Monopoly, where the original Monopoly game when it first came out, it was actually programmed or it was designed to have no winner, right? So like the three winning pieces, let's say for a brand new house or car or $1 million, one of the winning pieces would be like in Alabama and the other one would be in Alaska. And those would be like the 2 pieces that you need. And it was just designed to not let you win. So they would advertise that, hey, you could win $1 million. And I think they did get sued for that.
You theoretically could.
right? If someone could figure it out, which it sounds like someone did.
Well, yeah, they figured out that it was a scam. And so I think I got to check, but I think they got in trouble for that. And that was the first iteration of that Monopoly game.
Do people win now?
I don't know. I don't think they've played it in a while. Or when was last?
It was there last year. Remember when we ordered those 40 chicken nuggets? It was definitely there during that
I
time.
really want chicken nuggets now.
Me and Chin have this
Advertising.
challenge where we go to different fast food restaurants and try to eat all the chicken nuggets they will
Don't
offer
tell
us at
them
one
our
point.
secrets.
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
No, that was actually pretty funny. You know what's funny?
that?
It's actually pretty difficult to finish 50 nuggets.
Not a feat for the common man.
Nope.
Not something.
No,
people
wait. Do we
just-
share the 50 nuggets, or do we get
absolutely-
50?
There's no way in hell I'm eating 50 chicken nuggets.
Okay, so the goal was we each eat 25 and not die.
Why would you do that?
Because
Why wouldn't you? They're offering us a bucket of chicken nuggets. Of course, I'm
it
gonna
sounded
eat
good
them.
at the time.
and it was
A
good.
bucket of chicken nuggets.
Like
Yeah, man.
50 nuggets.
50
In
nuggets.
fact,
You-
the first time we tried this, Wendy said, "Hey, we'll do this for you, but you kind of have to let us know ahead of time." So
Oh
we
yeah,
can-
that's true.
remember
Because we had to call it.
that? We had to call ahead so they can make the nuggets for us.
Yeah, like, we don't have that kind of supply on hand. I was like, well, you better get ready.
This is what hackers do for lunch. We figure out what we can do with the human body.
It is gross.
I think Satchel's grossed out.
whatever we do with the human body is gross. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Why I don't need that.
Anyways,
I wonder what a Grubhub account, like a Grubhub order would do, or like Bite Squad or whatever.
50 chicken if they would do that.
50 chicken nuggets, yeah. Well, I mean, like you could do like 5 orders of 10-piece chicken nuggets, but I'm sure the McDonald's would be like, "What the fuck? Like, who is this?
Who is this motherfucker? Yeah, we could try.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's
We'll
do
talk
that.
about that later. But
Nothing. I'm fine. I'm
he's
good.
speechless.
I'm good.
He's speechless.
I'm good.
Satchel never wants another nugget in his life. That's fine. That's fine. It's not for everyone.
No, I'll just take a 10-pack.
So I mean, and I don't know enough about psychology of humans to say definitively.
Wait, do you know psychology of dogs?
Yes, actually, I'm an expert on dogs.
Then you need to come to my house.
Okay, sorry, I derailed you. You don't know what?
The psychology of humans enough to definitively say, like, what attracts them and like what methods are used to attract them. But I know some things like pop-ups are huge because people you can't ignore it. And once something's in your face, it's hard to get rid of it. Like all the ads we see, like it's just little things. You're like, oh,
So there's like 6 categories of methods that they use, if I remember right.
Yes,
And I probably
bargaining, sex appeal, and 4 others.
don't. You're missing bandwagon.
Oh, bandwagon, yeah.
You gotta have bandwagon.
Yep.
There's appealing to loss.
Yeah, so like buy this now, it's not going to be here tomorrow.
Oh no, like or secure
Scarcity.
Yes.
scarcity. Scarcity is a good one. You better buy this security system, or your house is going to burn down, and your
oh
kids
yeah,
will
all those
burn
ADT
up or
commercials.
whatever. And-
Yeah.
You know what I've heard about those is that actually you're safer having just the sign that you have ADT in your front yard than you actually are having the system
Wait, so how is it dangerous to have the system?
because you pay more money for it. Who doesn't? Who
No,
wants to-
no. The
that's
problem is the response time is fucking horrendous.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah.
people are very deterred by seeing the sign in your yard because they don't want to take that chance.
Yeah, so like they see the ADT sign, yeah, cool, but like if you actually have ADT, it's like, huh, we'll call 911 for you. So like, so,
LOL.
hold on. Now we do have a community mic coming up here, and this person is, I would say, an expert on physical security. So let's hear what he has to say.
Cautionary note, don't put up fake cameras, fake signs, because you will be liable if there's any problem. So if there's an implied set of security at that home and you put up a sign that, hey, that wasn't there, if somebody broke in and got hurt, or if somebody was there and there was a break-in, you are personally liable. You'll lose your house.
Wait, personally liable for not having that evidence?
Because
I guess?
you advertised it to the public that you had this particular thing. Maybe you have a fake camera with a little glowing thing.
Red
dot,
light.
Yes.
So because they're a dumbass criminal, no, I lose stuff because they are not a good burglar.
Welcome to home ownership.
That's why I don't own a home. Rent for life.
Right. But you will, there's a significant liabilities to putting up fake signs and fake cameras in the physical security environment and well-established case law. So you just want to be careful about doing that.
Man, I hate dumbass burglars. Be better. Jesus.
Well, I mean, do you really want that?
If you're gonna steal from me, just steal from me. Just be good at it. Right?
Hold on. We're not condoning that anybody steals from Doxy.
I'm not condoning that you steal from me. I'm just saying if you're gonna do it, don't get hurt on my property. Then
Actually, I
get
don't even
in
know where this
trouble.
motherfucker lives still.
No one knows where I live. That's where we're gonna keep it.
We'll find out.
You've been saying that for 2
I know.
years
I've been
now.
saying we'll find. We'll dox the Doxy.
Is this the game?
You know what? Let's not challenge that.
The only way to win is not to play.
Yeah. Now, to go back here, actually, the person who was on Community Mike did give us some articles here in the live stream. First of all, he said, or he gave me the link for the Defensive Security Service.
That was prior conversation.
Right. No, that was earlier. But
Yeah.
he also said, let's see, a former cop reportedly rigged McDonald's Monopoly game.
How did a cop rig it?
I know, weird, right? And then there's another New York Times article that says 8 people charged with rigging the Monopoly game.
It's a dangerous game we play.
I just want 50 nuggets.
The Game of Thrones.
You know, one of these days I'm going to eat 50 nuggets by myself.
Why?
Because I'm hungry. Maybe I'm just talking right now because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Community
Can you
Mike.
mic one more time.
So the background on the Monopoly thing is that nobody was winning because the guy who was in charge of security for the Monopoly game was stealing all the things and selling them. And that's why nobody could win legitimately, because they actually have like boards where you can trade the parts of these different games back and forth, and no one could get it. And that's because before it even went out the door, it was already pulled out and sent to the side.
Wow.
Man, McDonald's, you make it so hard for me to love you. Jesus, dude.
No, they don't.
It
You
was
love
their.
me,
It was
Mike.
the marketing to see. McDonald's didn't come up with the game. They hired a marketing firm to do it.
And the marketing firm was
Yeah, they screwed up by hiring the security firm to run it.
Wow.
Fuck ups all the way down the chain.
Yeah, that's like an interesting case study. I'll go look into that.
Interesting.
So, okay, so to kind of sum this up, I think, Doxy, you and I don't have like too
not.
much of an opposing view. I'm just saying that the psychology behind, no matter how the delivery method may change, the psychology behind it does not. So with marketing, of course, it needs to be attention getting, and I think it's easier now to get somebody's attention because it's almost forced upon you. But the message is still 2 for 1. Two for one savings.
I would argue against that because I think it is harder to get people's attention now because there's so much going on. We're so used to ignoring things right off the bat. Like you're so used to being like, flash, flash, flash. This is all inconsequential. It doesn't matter, and you just move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So to actually make you stop and be like, oh, I'm interested in this, is a bit harder. Hence the subliminal ads. Not subliminal. Sorry, the ads from your subconscious. You know, when you see shit that you only thought about and then it's in your Facebook feed, that's how they fucking get you.
No. It's because they're listening.
I don't talk out loud to myself.
Well, speak for yourself then.
Okay,
I'm
all
pretty sure that's only 1/3 of this.
Well, he doesn't. Oh, no, that'd be speaking to himself.
I'm confused.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
No, so okay, I had an example like 2 or 3 weeks ago where I was telling another shop member here, like we were talking about the Inigo Montoya, the
You
steps
killed my
to
father.
Well, yeah, the steps to networking, right? Like state your name, state our connection, and state your purpose, right? So my name is Inigo Montoya. You kill my father. Prepare to die, right? And so we talked about that verbatim, and then I started seeing memes of the damn thing, and I'm like, okay, this is a little bit on the nose kind of thing.
Right.
Weird.
On the nose. And speaking of psychology, that's not a good segue. You know what people hate? Making phone calls. You know what I hate? Making phone calls. Do you know what I
Okay,
don't
so
have to
where are
do
you
anymore?
going with this?
I don't have to make phone calls
Oh,
anymore.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So Google has now rolled out to 43 states Google Duplex.
43.
43.
What a weird number. Okay.
Wait, are we part of the
weird
43?
number. Nevada is on the list because I tested it before I came here.
Wait, you did it?
Yeah, to verify it works.
And you made an appointment?
Well, I canceled before then because I didn't actually want to do the thing I was making an appointment for.
Well, you
but it
made an
does work.
appointment?
Yeah.
It worked?
Yeah, it works.
What'd you make an appointment for?
Sushi.
Really?
Yeah. So all I do is I
You don't have to have a Pixel phone because you have
it's a
OnePlus.
Pixel. No, this is my. So I have my Pixel working right now because it's a whole story. Not going to get
Okay,
into it.
no, go ahead.
You know, testing purposes.
Did you break the OnePlus?
No, I don't break phones. Well, okay, maybe I did one time.
Okay.
So I used this phone to make an appointment because I had read about it a couple days ago and we said we were going to talk about it, so I wanted to test it out. So I tested it out today before I came here.
Yeah.
And all I have to say is, hey, make a reservation for 4 at this restaurant. And it says, okay, this is a restaurant. How many people do you want to bring? Are you going to come today, tomorrow, or the next day? What time? And it's like, okay, if you can't make it this time, are these times acceptable? I'm like, yeah. Then it just calls for you. Then it either messages you or calls you back with a confirmation. Wow, it's really fun.
But I have to have OnePlus for or
You have to have a
Pixel for this.
They're rolling it out to other devices soon, but right now it's only Pixel devices. So Pixel 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, well, I have a Samsung, so I'm probably gonna be like the last one.
You're
to get
fucked.
It. Yeah, I'm not getting it.
You'll have some sort of what is it? What's your assistant?
Bixby.
Ugh, what a terrible
I've never
name.
used it.
Good.
Bixby.
Yeah, it's called Bixby.
Could you imagine saying, "Hey, Bixby"? That's stupid.
It is
Sorry.
stupid. It is
But no,
stupid.
it does work. I could.
Wait. Could you use it on Google Minis?
No, and it's not available
Fuck!
on the speakers and stuff yet. But but they're rolling out to that as well. Not right now, but soon.
Oh my god, I can't fucking wait.
So I
a
mean, I
Pixel.
could do it now, but I feel like no one would hear it. So we can do it after the show, and I can demonstrate it for you guys. But like right now, you guys won't be able to hear it. It wouldn't be that great.
Okay, so here's the thing. I hate making phone calls too. I completely agree with you here, Doxy. I hate making appointments. I hate doing all that shit. It's not that I hate people. I'm just antisocial, believe it or not.
I just don't want to make a call.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to say it's a waste of time because obviously it's like stuff that you need to get done.
Also-
But it's like, look, and there's somebody in the audience talking about like AI earlier. Look, if a computer can do it for you while you do other, hopefully more productive tasks,
I mean,
let the
Overwatch,
computer
not.
do it.
Overwatch is going
Or
to play
not.
itself.
Yeah, play video games. I don't give a fuck. Let the computer do what you don't want to do. That's what they're here
Let
for.
the computer do while I'm doing stuff with the computer.
Yeah,
Overwatch,
exactly. Like
you
how
know.
many times? Okay, in a hacker sense, how many times have we ran scripts? They run all night to calculate whatever the fuck. You go to sleep. You wake up. You have results. That's what computers are for.
I got one running now.
There you go. Boom. So you have the script running. You come down, hang out with your friends, go back home. Results. That's what computers are for. So if this is what's gonna happen, fucking awesome.
No, I think it's great. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't make very many reservations, but I will now.
But when I do.
But
Yeah.
I will make so many more now because I don't want to go to the hassle of calling and waiting and I'm like, the whole thing. Now it's just like, hey Google, do this for me, and it's like, gotcha, boss. Nice.
All right, cool.
Give me the mic.
Community mic.
So I was at SEMA this last year, and they were actually talking about the an AI application to be able to, instead of having it to a specific Google or whatever, they ended up having it. It was a downloadable app, but you were able to sit there and just talk and make a reservation based upon the AI they built to be able to change your oil. It would go through, give you maintenance suggestions as far as like scheduling an appointment with your mechanic.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
Now, I've only met you today because you are one of the new people. Welcome. But you're into cars. You're a car person. So what is your opinion on this particular feature when something like Tesla becomes mainstream where you don't need to change your oil, you don't need to do any of this maintenance that you would with a normal car?
well, the maintenance is going to change, right? I mean,
Okay.
there's still going to be maintenance on it. You're going to have to change the tires. You're going to have to
Change your
something,
brakes.
break
Yeah.
All
something.
that stuff.
So I mean, there are I guess you can say less services you can do, but for a company like Tesla to go through and roll that out into their what do you call it?
Ecosystem?
Ecosystem. Then there you go. I mean, it's already built into it. Now they're all hooked up together. And I even came across this article about how Tesla's changing the way that they're selling cars because now they're selling it online.
Yeah.
And it's actually illegal for any other manufacturer, GM, Ford, or whatever else, to sell cars online.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
You have to sell to the dealership.
Why?
Why?
There are
It's
laws that were
rules.
Oh,
made.
it's because of the
The
old,
lobbyists.
Old shit.
No, there have
Yeah,
been
okay.
lobbyists that went through and created laws to be able to.
Wow, that sucks.
There was Adam Ruins Everything episode about
yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh my
They
god, I
did
love
a
that
Fucking
show.
Best show.
But it was really cool to find out that Tesla's actually changing the game as far as like being able to purchase a
You
vehicle.
wanna know why?
So
Because Teslas aren't cars; they're just computers that take you places. Right? Am I right?
I'm honestly.
I'm not wrong.
I'm honestly surprised Tesla doesn't have. I don't know if they do or not, like an automated maintenance system already, like where they're like, hey,
I think they do, but I also think with at least with BMW, what's kind of interesting about this is like the newer ones. I believe they kind of keep track of your metrics, your car metrics, and they'll call you when they know that
when you
maintenance
need
needs to be
maintenance-
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tesla follows.
We're getting.
Sorry, we can't hear
We
you.
can't hear you, but we're getting a confirmation from another person in the audience.
Yeah.
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 Oh, actually, we have him coming up to the community mic.
Hooray.
So
works,
while
yeah.
that's going on, remember that the community mic is brought to you by Chenbox Development, where I go to your house and teach you how to code. Go ahead.
you want
community
to
mic.
sign up?
Can I sign up for that?
Yeah, of course you can.
No, but Tesla does follow more than just the performance and stuff of the car, sending information back to Tesla. So I just would like to let people be aware of that, personally.
Okay, nice. And Satchel's reading something.
Sorry, I was reading about rent seeking. Hello, I'm back.
Rent seeking?
Rent seeking.
Rent seeking.
Dealerships are rent seeking.
Dealerships are rent.
they
What does
want
that
my
mean?
rent.
And here to explain the concept is the
community
community mic.
Community mic is on fire tonight.
Mike is busy tonight.
Go ahead.
Shit, I don't even have to talk to
Rent,
them.
Yeah, go ahead.
rent seeking is a behavior that businesses that establish a dominant area use to extract more money from people by forcing folks to do a certain business a certain way that's not economically beneficial. So it comes from serfdom, where the noble lords owned all the land, and you couldn't farm unless you paid the rent. And so it's the same type of thing. An example of it is auto dealerships. So because manufacturers owned all of the distribution at that time, they created these statewide dealerships and created laws that you can't sell a vehicle at all unless you go through a dealership, because they were rent seeking. They wanted to make sure that not anybody could go and sell a car. So this concept of rent seeking as an economic concept is really very prevalent in the United States for controlling entry to the new markets. It's almost like monopoly type of behavior, because there's literally
Fucking
nothing
monopoly.
stopping you from rolling out Teslas. And Tesla gets around it because they never established a dealer network. And that's how they got around the rent-seeking behavior. So they
Fuck
don't
yeah.
have a dealership.
Wait, hold on. So
Leave it to the hackers,
So because
baby.
they never had a dealership in the first place,
They're not going to be part of it, because back in the day, because of the lack of information that could move quickly, you had to have dealerships local,
yeah.
because you weren't able to send the cars there. But nowadays, because there is that limitation has gone away,
Right.
where people can communicate instantly, you don't need a dealership. So they never set up a dealership. And so because they never set it up, can't be engaged by the way the laws were written in the 30s and the 20s.
Yeah.
And so they got around it.
But there are, or at least were until recently, Tesla dealerships. So how?
No, those weren't dealerships. Those were like showcases.
Showrooms.
Yeah, they were showrooms. You never had inventory. You
Could not buy there.
That's a dealership with more steps.
I know. Look. But what I'm saying is they did not have inventory there.
Right.
They would sign you up for a list.
You bought
Trust
it.
me,
Ah,
I'm
so
there
you
because
bought
guess
it somewhere
what?
else.
My
Yeah,
next
but-
car
yeah,
is gonna
but-
be a fucking Tesla.
Mine too.
But you'll see a lot of these types of behaviors out there, and it really does control our lives, and we don't realize it. So read up on rent seeking, and you'll find all sorts of cool stuff that you'll say, oh, that's why I can't get a cell phone from Huawei. They can't sell direct.
I'm gonna go to China. I'm just kidding because I don't know if I'll be able to get back. Because seriously, that's
a real
actually a big concern.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not even joking there.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, I haven't been to China since 2006.
Too much information.
Yeah, shut up. I'll shut
You
up.
talk a lot, dude.
I do. Sorry. Anyway, hold on. We weren't even talking about Tesla. We were talking about the Pixel and appointment setting.
Tesla's technology too, man.
In any case,
let it flow.
Let it go because all of this,
Oh,
I
you're
welcome
like
all of
Elsa.
it. No,
Let it go, Elsa.
I welcome all of this new technology.
Don't conceal it.
All of it.
Reveal it.
Did you watch that movie?
Yeah.
Wait, of course you did.
Did anyone not?
I mean, I did, but I
There
fell
you
asleep
go.
to it.
I'm. We'll get it. We have a whole night ahead of us. We'll talk about all this later. Okay. Anyways,
That sounds so bad when you say it.
that's not what I mean.
I know, but like they don't know that.
You're sensitive. Whole night together and getting drunk.
And he's not.
mean-
He's not even.
I don't care. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna stop with that joke
Oh,
right
and
now.
chicken McNuggets, forgot.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay. Do we have any other thing to talk about besides that?
Would trust in the.
Oh yeah. What do we want to talk about? Trust.
The Kirk is that video.
Ah.
So
I gotta watch it still. I haven't seen it, as you may not be surprised about.
Oh wow, another thing I recommended, Shin. That's going to take 6 years to watch. That's fine. All right,
I'll
cool.
watch it
Cool.
later.
All right. Anyways,
Okay. Go ahead.
so this Kirk is that video wasn't specifically about trust or trusting news sources. However, I think it bleeds into that because the whole point of the video was, can you trust Kyrgyzstan videos? Like, where do they get their sources from? How do they verify information? How do they get a video out to you? If you're not familiar, Kyrgyzstan, and I could possibly be saying it wrong, is
probably
a
are.
is that right?
Kurzgesagt.
Kirk
It's German.
Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
Got it.
I wish I knew German.
Kyrgyzstan. I think I said it right. I feel like I'm still saying it wrong.
Kurzgesagt.
Kyrgyzstan.
Kurzgesagt.
Kurzgesagt.
Do you speak German as well?
I learned it a while ago.
Cool.
Okay,
That's cool.
it's-
Anyway. Okay.
I'm saying it's Kursegagt. That's how you spell it. I don't know how to say it.
There's
We'll
probably
learn.
an umlaut in there somewhere.
Anyway, the video was about Kyrgyzstan videos and whether you could trust them or not.
Right.
Their sources, their reliability, how they produce videos. Sorry, my original thing was what they are is like an informational channel on everything: social sciences, meat industry, technology, outer space, everything that you would be curious about. They have a video probably explaining why that thing is a thing or why you should care about it, or more information on it if you don't know a lot about it, like black holes, about the Fermi paradox as far as human evolution, or aliens, whatever. There's like a ton of videos. So the video made me think about news sources and what news sources are trustworthy and reliable. The big answer is not a lot of them. Most of them are not. But it's more important to be critical of things that you do look at. Like, I feel like a lot of people look at the headlines and they're like, this headline looks like something I believe in. It probably agrees with what I'm saying. That's good enough. This is a good news source. And that's a terrible way to go about things.
Right.
Especially if all you're doing is confirmation bias. You just want to confirm what you already think you believe. And you're just reading articles that back up what you believe, even if it's wrong.
Oh, you're gonna like the lightning round.
Yes. And Satcha just linked the video in the channel.
Yes,
Trust Kyrgyzstan. And I missed the Z. So sorry, team. My bad.
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan. Someone's going to educate me a little bit
She
later,
said it,
and that's
just
totally
said it.
fine. She said it, and I'm
You know,
I got it.
she can say it like a million times, and I'm still gonna be like Kyrgyzstan.
In my defense,
Kurzgesagt.
but
Schnupperdas, this vitamin.
what do you guys think about news? Because I mean, I know there's the whole thing about Facebook and them losing Snopes
Snopes.
as a fact
you
checker
say
for the
Snoke?
Snopez.
Like
I got Star Wars on
Star
the right,
Wars.
okay, man. I'm gonna go watch
Snopes.
Star Wars after this
Snopes.
episode. Okay,
Snopies.
Snopies. So about them losing Snopes as far as fact checkers and stuff, and people only watch one news source. If you're a Fox News watcher, you're a Fox News watcher. Usually, if you're a CNN watcher, you're a CNN watcher. MSNBC, yada yada yada. So people usually only subscribe to one news source, and that's where they get everything from. So if it's not there, they don't care, and it's not news to them. But apart from that, like, even if your news source is wrong, you would never know because you don't watch conflicting news sources to get to the truth of things. And I feel like it's important that people realize that you need more than one ingestion source for news things.
But the problem is
Excuse me.
when fact-based, though slanted, right? Though told with an opinion in mind, right?
Yes.
When that is given equal weight to a dingbat that's telling you that fluoride in the water is making frogs gay or whatever.
Yes.
Right? When those two things...
Because they have equal outlets. Because
Exactly.
YouTube and Facebook are just as popular as Fox or MSNBC or whatever at this point.
Exactly. Right. More, yeah.
More popular because it's easily digestible. Yes.
Yeah. So when those two things are given equal weight, that's when I do kind of bristle slightly against the whole. Well, you have to have two different news sources to get the different opinions, because a lot of times the opinions on one side are complete shit.
And my thing isn't necessarily two, but multiple. So if you let's say you're an avid Fox News watcher, you get 98% of your news from Fox. Check out CNN once in a while. Check out MSNBC. Look at some differing viewpoints from yours just to see what the opposition is saying, even though you might not agree with it, just so it's in your head, so you can make up your own conclusions about things. But just so you like, I agree. So okay, so everyone's biased. If you say you're not biased, you're a liar. You're a liar. Everyone is biased across the board about something, even if you aren't intentionally. Everyone says things with a hint of bias. Everyone wants people to concede their point, even if they don't intentionally do that. You want people to be on your side. No one wants people to be, unless you're just a fucking asshole. No one wants people to be against them.
No, I guess what I'm saying is, if I'm wrong, I don't mind if someone tells me I'm wrong.
No, and that's
if they can back it
and
up.
that's why we're different than other people.
Yeah,
but like even when you come into a thing, you have an inherent bias because of your background, because of things you've heard, because of the sources you subscribe to, yada yada yada.
True.
There's an inherent bias, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
Everyone has it. It's a fact of life. But if you let that bias override everything else you hear, that's when the problem comes in. Because then you're listening things you're not listening. You have closed ears. You hear these things, and it's just like, I hear you saying, but you're wrong. Case in point, the fucking flat earther thing.
Oh, I thought for a second, I thought he had his hand up, like, pointing at me, like, for instance, Chen.
This motherfucker. For instance, this motherfucker right here. No, so I'm gonna. If you guys haven't seen the documentary on Netflix called Behind the Curve, I'm gonna spoil a little bit of it. There's this moment in the movie where they are talking about this gyroscope. That costs a substantial amount of money. They get it, and they're like,
"It's like a $20,000
gyroscope," and they're like, "We're going to get this, and it's going to prove that the Earth isn't rotating on its axis as people are led to believe, because the Earth doesn't move, doesn't rotate, whatever, and we're going to be able to show that it doesn't because it's fake news." So they get this thing, they go through all these preparation, whatever, they do the thing. It shows the degree of tilt that the Earth is supposed to have because it is, in fact, fucking rotating. But they're not
just rotating; it's fucking rotating.
Fucking rotating.
Oh, okay. So they took a gyroscope and they drove like cross country or something.
They set up in a spot, and as it's set up in one spot, it tracks the rotation of the Earth as it moves, as it rotates.
Okay.
Which they didn't believe was happening. So when this happens the first time, they're like, you know what? We know this says we're wrong, but this thing is wrong. Do it again. They put it in a new container. They do all these things, this new test or whatever. Spoiler alert. They're wrong again.
What?
You fucked up the movie.
Someone in the audience says the instrument is broken. This is their first conclusion. Like, it's broken. We're not wrong. The machine is wrong. So then they go through all these other experiments. They're stupid, for lack of a better term, but they're like, it's just like this bias. That's fucking God. That pisses me off, man. That whole documentary. I don't know why I brought it up, because now I'm just mad about it. But that's a whole other thing.
By the way,
that's a whole other thing.
If you've never seen Doxy like really, really mad, go find the episode where he lost his internet for 3 weeks.
Now, why'd you put a nickel in him?
I was here that episode.
Why do you want to? Why do you want to hurt me?
I don't know.
Why do you want to hurt me, dude?
That was so funny.
I've been internet successful for the last however many months.
Internet successful.
I'm good to go.
Is that the same as being internet famous? Which we are. No, I'm kidding. We're not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, so yeah, like, one thing that I look for as far as a news source is, what do they do when they get it wrong?
Yes, which is important.
If they bury it on page 32 on in the Thursday paper, okay, then. But I listened to a show that they got a fact wrong yesterday, or actually new information came out after the story came out, and it was at the front of the show. They were like, first things first, we did this yesterday, and this was wrong, and here's the correction. And
that's why I watch Philip DeFranco. I'm not trying to suck his dick or anything, but I like him.
No one said that.
No. I'm saying no, but he's doing exactly what you're saying, like in the ladder. So if he gets something wrong,
he
first part of the next episode. So it's something I respect.
Again with Kyrgyzstan. Sorry for butchering it.
Kyrgyzstan.
In this video where they're talking about trustworthy and reliable news sources, they mentioned two of the videos where they had a very strong inherent bias, where they didn't even present the other side, where they were just like blatantly wrong about the facts, and they presented it in a way that wasn't fair to what they were presenting. They made specific note of these two videos that they had released, and they deleted them from the channel because they didn't represent what the channel was trying to bring to the population.
Right.
But they're like, we're not scrubbing it. Like, we want you to know that we fucked up on these. We're fixing one, and the other one has been gone. But you can re-upload it other places to see that we were in fact wrong. But we're not trying to hide it that we were wrong. Like, we were wrong, we admit it, and we're trying to be better in the future, which I think is huge.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
I mean, they're not like a huge news source, but I mean, they get 1 million to 4 or 5 on their videos, so like they're not small. And
No,
it's,
not
it's,
at
it's
all.
very big of them to be like, we were wrong. You should know we're wrong, and we're trying to fix it to be better in the future.
Their
Yeah.
video on loneliness right now has over 7 million views.
Yes.
So,
and that's
yeah.
that's a really good video if you don't understand how dangerous loneliness is. I didn't understand, but now I do. Because a curve is stacked.
Curse Cassat.
And that's why we're
Curve
hanging
is
out
stacked.
tonight.
Yeah, because otherwise I'd be playing Overwatch. Can you be lonely with Overwatch? That's a topic for another
That's a
day.
different topic.
That's
Okay.
a topic for another day.
Okay, so before we go into the lightning round, I do want to say here we got a couple of things. Muffins wanted to remind us that Chrome, the Chrome browser,
Yes.
has a 0 day.
Yes.
That was discovered at the beginning. I thought it was
Yesterday.
discovered last week.
No, yesterday. It's a patch your
Okay.
shit now.
Yeah,
2
patch
days.
your shit right now. No, but I thought there was something else that somebody else said last week about. In any case,
I was dead
Chrome's
last week.
fucking vulnerable.
Update your shit. is
Patch
what
it
we're
now
trying to
because
say.
there is an
Yes.
active exploit for it.
Little green arrow. Look into it.
Yeah,
Yes.
seriously, update your shit. There was something else. No, I think Muffins also alluded to the fact that it's not browser specific. It's just that for some reason it's affecting Chrome now. It could affect Firefox later. It has something to do with I'll look into it later, but it has something to do with the CPU. Like
Like Spectre kind of stuff?
yeah, like Spectre. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. We should talk about that. Sorry.
Something similar, but
Sorry I talk so much.
it's okay, Doxy. You haven't been here for 3 weeks.
I had to make up for lost time.
There you go.
Exactly.
There we go.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead on to the lightning round. Is that cool with you guys?
Doesn't matter what I say.
Dang.
Wow.
Never
Yeah,
said.
that was well received by the audience. Okay. So, hold on. I got to update.
So no is what he's trying
No,
to
so
say.
no.
Right. He didn't want to be mean, but no.
But no, shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go first, by the way?
Not me.
Well, I mean, okay. I guess I don't have a choice.
Okay, well,
otherwise.
let's
I don't have a
talk-
choice in shit.
All right,
Sorry.
so for those of you who don't know what's going on, we're about to go into the lightning round. And even though we talked all this stuff about Zergergestat,
Curse Cassat. It's not that hard.
okay,
Did I
you're
probably
German.
Did I mispronounce it?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
She's just getting increasingly more
Yeah,
mad every
she's
time we
getting
say it.
annoyed. She's like, oh, I shouldn't have corrected him. In any case, so after we told you to not just look at the headline and make your opinion, we're going to read the headline, give you our opinion, and have you guys do your own research.
I mean, because are we not trustworthy?
At least the majority of this show is. And
However, we always admit when we're wrong, which is
Almost always.
he's right. He's right.
Yeah.
We
Is
did.
he though?
Yeah,
it's not a zero.
Yeah, well, it's not a null.
Where are we getting our headlines from, Chen?
today will be the Hacker News. It doesn't seem to be too bad today. There's only 7 articles, though, so
Perfect.
take that for what it is. In fact, the first article is new Google Chrome 0-day vulnerability found actively exploited in the wild.
Always keep yourself updated, but even more so with this one, patch your shit like immediately.
It's like it really couldn't be any easier. There's a green arrow
It's
where
like
the little
it
3
pops
dots
up for
are.
you.
You click the thing and you're done.
Oh, yeah. So
It'll
it's really that
save
easy.
it'll save your tabs and stuff. You don't even have to like find the stuff you were looking at before.
Yeah.
It won't say what it is. You just update and you're good to go.
There you go.
Oh, shit. Okay, next one. NSA releases Ghidra 9.0, free, powerful reverse engineering tool. Now,
I know a few people in the audience have some strong thoughts about this based on what we said in the
yeah, it's
Discord.
basically
before.
a reverse engineering tool with a whole bunch of backdoors in it, according to some sources.
Yes. I have not looked into it personally, but I am interested to see what it has because, I'm not the best. So I'm curious about what else is out there.
So it's for reverse engineering what? Just
Applications, like
applications.
So you load a program into it, and then it'll reverse engineer the way it's been coded together. So
Wow.
it's not the same as like a decompiler or anything like that, but
Right.
it's reverse engineering exactly how the application is put together.
It doesn't debug.
It does not debug. Yeah,
Does not debug. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
very. So
Yeah.
we'll see what that's all about. But remember, if you install it, I mean, don't be surprised. I don't know. I don't know how.
It's a way for the NSA to get a backdoor into your backdoor.
Gross.
I'm not saying shit.
Right?
Yes.
I'm not saying.
A night with Greynoise.
Goodness.
Boy.
Greynoise after hours. Weren't we trying to make that?
Greynoise after dark.
Oh shit.
What was that?
That was called
Ghidra.
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 Did I say it wrong?
I said,
Ghidra.
It's
Ghidra.
Kurzgesagt. It's not. Oh, sorry.
I was thinking of Godzilla's enemy, Ghidorah, not Ghidra. Oops, my bad. Because Godzilla comes out soon.
Mm.
Yeah, it was
See,
named Godzilla.
I knew it.
Ghidra. Yeah, it was like a.
No, it was Ghidorah and Godzilla.
No, it was Ghidra.
It was Ghidorah.
Ghidra.
Bet.
We're back to the gift thing.
It's pronounced Jeff. God damn it.
All right, next article. Google launches Backstory, a new cybersecurity tool for businesses.
This is actually super interesting to me. I mean, not like super interesting.
Do you know about it?
No, I don't know about it. That's why it's super interesting. I didn't even know they had a cybersecurity venture.
It's a 1 year old.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about it, which is weird to me. So I want to look into this. That's
You
all
know
I-
why you haven't heard about it? Because they haven't hired us yet.
Oof, nice.
And they've been too busy canceling Inbox.
I know those
I'm real upset
bastards.
about that.
Yeah.
Sons of
Inbox
bitch.
was such a fucking good product.
It
was.
still is.
It
until
still
the end of the
is.
month.
Well,
So-
okay, they're not even integrating all the features into Gmail, right?
That's some bullshit.
That's some bullshit. Because they're like, oh, it'll be Inbox is just going to be transferred over into your regular Gmail.
Which is wrong.
And
It's
then-
not doing that.
And also go fuck yourself.
Also,
like, what the fuck?
Because I like how simple Inbox is. I can look at it. That's like a glance. I'm like, okay, I see my purchases. I see.
Yeah.
Yada, yada. But now it's like I got to scroll through my inbox like an animal. Jesus. All right.
Okay, we know it pushes Doxy's buttons.
I'm on board.
No, I mean I agree, but like
I'm
this dude's
sharpening the
passionate.
pitchforks over
He's
here.
passionate over
I'm
here.
so mad at Google for making quality products and being like, never mind. Right? I hate that.
Well, so a
much.
lot of times they make products that aren't good quality. Wave was a good idea, but it didn't.
in execution, it wasn't great.
By the way, at this point, I would like to remind the audience that this is the lightning round. We are. This is a
Rules. Come on.
tweet's length. It is a tweet's length of an opinion. We
I
want
don't-
you to do the research.
I don't think we're at 240 characters yet.
Well, I think we're way past 240 words. Anyway,
Okay.
next article. Researchers link sharpshooter cyber attacks to North Korean hackers. Ooh.
North Korea has hackers?
Yeah, they have probably 1,024 of them. One for each web address that's available to them. What the fuck is that?
I mean,
oh,
I just-
never mind.
I haven't used this joke the entire show. I was just doing some spring cleaning.
That had nothing to do with the
I
article.
know, but where the show's almost over. What am I gonna do? Leave it for next week?
I'm not-
It's
I
not
can't-
Time
gonna
out.
be
You brought
here.
that shit just to make
No,
that
it
joke?
was sitting over there.
I can't even be mad at that. That was
See?
a good one. I can't even be
Come
mad at
on.
Oh, I think I'm going to have a heart attack.
that. Ooh.
You can't.
Fortunately, it's
dude.
a lightning round.
Yeah, we got 3 articles left. Can
Okay,
we,
well,
can
let's
we do
go.
this?
Come
All right, here we
on.
go.
I'm ready.
Jesus.
Wow, Google's in the news a lot today because Google discloses unpatched high security flaw in Apple Mac
severity.
OS kernel.
Severe.
Oh,
Google
yeah.
likes calling other people out.
High severity, sorry.
Google likes calling people out on their fucking flaws, on their kernel flaws.
You see this motherfucker? He's vulnerable. He's vulnerable. Look at him. Look at him. He's got a back door.
That's the cybersecurity of what was that guy's name? Millhouse or Ralph?
Millhouse. Oh, well, Millhouse. Oh, that's Ralph Williams.
Ralph.
Yeah,
There,
that's-
there you go.
No. Was that Ralph?
Yeah, that's Ralph. That's Ralph.
I think it was Ralph.
It's not Ralph.
No, Ralph was the nerdy.
Who was it?
I don't know.
I don't remember his name,
Well-
but Ralph.
Oh, no,
Ralph was the
Nelson.
nerdy.
Nelson. Wow,
Nelson.
I know pop
Nelson.
culture. Fuck you guys. I'm kidding. I'm
You sounded,
kidding.
you sounded like a lot like Cartman there.
Yeah, thank you guys. Oh yeah, I love Cartman's. Cartman's my favorite cartoon character. All right, anyway. Next one. Hackers' favorite coin hive cryptocurrency mining service shutting down.
What is cryptocurrency?
Lightning round.
It's a math
Lightning
problem
round.
that you can trade for a car.
I know what the fuck is I'm saying. Who still talks about it? Why is this a news thing? I don't know.
Because it's still a thing.
Because blockchain, man, it's the hot hip happening
Look,
thing
look,
of like.
okay. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
man.
Drink.
I forgot
Everybody
about
drink.
that.
Wait, when did this rule get implemented?
When you weren't here.
Only like a year and a half
I
ago.
feel like I gotta be on board for these decisions.
Okay.
No,
No,
it's
you
like
don't.
you're
You make drunk bets with yourself. We're good.
No, you were totally there. Whenever someone says blockchain, we drink. Good point.
Or cryptocurrency.
Cyber?
I need you all to shut up.
Hold on. Yeah, we got we got a show to finish. Damn it. We'll finish. We're gonna.
Stop pushing that button. You're gonna break it.
Okay, this last one is definitely an ad. But hey, we're talking about ads earlier, so learn ethical hacking with 180 hours of training. 2019 course bundle. Yay.
Methodology changes. You're reading through these articles. You're like, fuck, these are interesting.
Hey, but at least I can recognize, yeah, this is a fucking ad.
But you're interested in clicking on it because you're like, shit.
I'm
maybe-
not interested in
you're like,
clicking on
maybe-
it.
Maybe I want some of these courses.
The dude has a hoodie.
You wear hoodies all the time.
No, I don't. Well,
Mr. Robot.
I only in the winter, well, like when it's warranted.
Bitch, it's winter.
No, it's
That's a good point. It is kind of winter. Yeah.
it wasn't like 70 degrees a week after snowing here.
It's also the desert.
It's also
Okay. Anyway, that was the last. That was the last article of the lightning
Oh,
round.
thank God.
So
We've arrived.
that brings us to the end of the lightning round, which brings us to the end of the show. Unfortunately, as you can tell, we've run out of time, but never out of shit to say. So join us again here next week, 7:30 p.m. at the Sin Shop, like every Friday night. The address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. We are still the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. Remember to go to sinshop.org for information on the shop. Go to meetup.com/sinshop for the classes and the stuff that we're going to be doing. Are you still spring cleaning? God damn it.
The second one's not as funny, but you still get a little extra out of it, you know?
It's a shock.
Yeah. Oh, so he's shock cleaning. He's shock cleaning. Yeah, he
You're
missed
so
the joke.
proud you got to strut around after that.
I hate all of this.
I know, me too. I do too.
Yeah, we got to have some kind of control arms on this for sure. Yeah.
That one made my mind
Too
numb.
far, too
Where
far.
am I? Where am
We
I?
move forward. Here we
Okay,
go.
anyway, remember, we have Lockpick this coming Monday night. So if you're going to be here, I'll be here. Hang out. You won't. Okay. We have the spring soiree coming up in April. That'll be the first Saturday of the month, right after the board meeting.
Is that a dance?
What?
Is that a dance?
No, we're going to have pizza, wings, and stuff.
I've always thought of a soiree as a dance.
Spring soiree. I mean, I'll dance if you want me to.
No.
Okay, why am I doing
No,
this?
I know you're doing it to yourself.
I don't even know why I'm doing this right now. Fuck.
Let's just
I know.
let's just
Man, I
end this.
tell you guys
Let's
are
just
getting
end
your room
this.
after the
You know what's
show.
funny? I haven't seen Doxy for a month, so I think it's like, oh, hey, baby. I don't know.
No, it's not.
No, I saw him Wednesday. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing this.
This is a long outro.
Yes, it is very long outro. Okay. Anyway, for information on us, Jesus Christ, go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.SE. Remember, we do not talk shit about Sweden. We love their meatballs, so we can still use that domain.
I have way too much of their furniture.
Yes, of course. You know it's pronounced. We talked about this like 3 weeks ago.
Ikea.
Ikea. It's Ikea. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. My name is Master Chen.
This is Doxy.
And I'm Richard Satchel.
Good night, everybody.
That is the longest outro of
I'm
my
sorry.
That
life.
was the
Sorry,
best.
dude.
The best.
Oh God.